Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Steady Focused. I'm your host, I'm your number one, Mr. SimeonHendrix, and today, guys, we are in the box. It's a hot day. We are inside of a gym. We're here with a man who's kind of a hero of mine, I'll be honest. He's a gym owner. He's a trainer. He is focused like crazy. He's an athlete. He has a passion for helping young athletes on the come up. He has moved from gym to gym, and now he's got a great spot here, Lakeview LifeCenter here in Iowa Park, Texas. I never thought I would be lifting, going hardcore in Iowa Park, Texas again, but I am, and it's because of this man right here, Mr. Landon Watts. So, guys, please help me give a huge, steady, focused welcome to my friend, Mr. Landon Watts.
How's it going, man?
It is going, dude. So, how are you doing? Talk about where are we right now, and why am I sweating so hard?
Right, I know. I'm sweating with you. So, right now we're in Iowa Park, Texas, right next to Gordon Lake, behind Lakeview Church of God. We are in the Lakeview LifeCenter. Basically, it's the church's old gymnasium. We've turned it into a full-size weightlifting, weight room, gym, athletic center, whatever you want to call it. Place to come, get better, whatever it is you want to get better at. That's what we specialize in.
So when I first met you, I've told you this story, but I thought you were J.J. Watt's brother because I'm on Facebook. I see this dude. He's huge. I don't know how tall you are, 6'4", 6'5", something like this. Long dreads. You guys, he has long dreads. He's got his hair up right now, but just totally fit. A huge following on Facebook, that I'm seeing it. And then I found out, no, he's not an NFL brother, but he's just an athlete. So where did this start for you, this passion to go hard with your body?
Man, that's a really good question. I think for me, it all kind of started after high school, honestly. I was in athletics and I played football, and honestly, I came up playing soccer. That was my main sport up until about high school, and Iowa Park actually doesn't have a soccer team. So me and some of the guys that I grew up with playing soccer, we tried to hold it together, and we still did. And even after high school, we continued playing. But I think the biggest thing for me was maybe, I don't know, lifting in the weight room. I was tall and lanky. I was really weak for as big as I was, and just had no strength. And I just hated it. I would see the other kids doing 2 or 3 times more at anything, whatever it was. They were doing it a lot more impressively than I was. So it probably started there, and then really started to take off after high school. I started, there was a gym here in Iowa Park called,
It's good. Take your time. Everybody, you guys can wait on this.
It was called Extreme Fitness.
Okay.
And that's where I probably started kind of just playing with weights and stuff. And then I really started getting more serious with it when I turned 21. I started collecting some of my own weight equipment, and I had just bought a house, and there was a shop out back, and me and some of my friends, we started collecting this weight equipment, and we just would make up these workouts. We didn't really know what we were doing, but we'd meet up every day and just go crazy.
So I'm doing the math in my head. You started getting serious 21. Right now I'm guessing you're 27, 26?
Yeah, 28.
You're 28. Okay. And I just kind of want to back up a little bit. You guys at home, you've been tuning in for a minute. We're about to hit 2 years with Steady Focused. So, I'm excited.
Hey, congrats, man. That's awesome.
And we've talked a lot about different ways about mentally progressing, spiritually progressing, progressing with the camera. But this is the first time I've sat down with someone I really admired and let's talk. What is the importance? And I want to hear from you. Like, why is it important for me to be physically active if I'm trying to be my best?
Right. No, that's the question. I mean, there's being physically active and being physically capable. It, it it pertains to everything you do. Anything you do, if you're stronger or can do it more efficiently, if you can do it for a longer period of time, that is going to take, no matter what it is, whatever you're doing, it's going to increase that. It's going to benefit it. It will be beneficial to whatever you do. I mean, just say, for instance, you go and you shoot these crazy pictures of all kinds of different things.
Yeah.
Take for instance, like outdoor stuff. Well, I mean, if you're in better shape, maybe you can climb up that hill higher or up the mountain higher or up in a taller tree or get a better spot because you're more physically capable to get that than somebody that wouldn't be.
Yeah. And it feels like I've been here at your gym I'm coming in on, this is a month.
Yeah.
It was something about 2 months ago, 2.5, 3 months ago. I had a big epiphany about what I was eating, so I started making that change. And then luckily, because part of that's something else I want to get into is like you have a loyal fan base. Like I almost say it's like a motorcycle gang, like people who are like, and you're the leader of the gang and I'm pumped to be part of the gang, but like people I keep seeing out and about, they're like, dude, you got to get to Landons, man. You got to get to Lakeview,
Wow.
And so you have an incredible way of inspiring people to push themselves to be their best. And that's why I want to get this dude on the show. I mean, what do you think about what I just said?
Just hearing that is, I mean, honestly, that means so much to me just to hear that. I don't hear that on the regular. I don't think that, so to hear that, I really appreciate that. That makes me feel really good. And seeing the people that have stuck with this and kept growing throughout the whole thing, just to see where they started and even myself, to look at where everybody's at now and how much everybody's progressed and the new people that have joined and came and grown with us. I mean, it's incredible to see so many people that you would never think would be in the same room or building together, and now they see each other on a regular basis. They can't wait to see each other too.
Yeah.
So,
and like you called this space that we're in, you called it the box. I love this gym because it's not fancy. It's like, no, you're going to have a support system that's the best maybe ever.
Yeah.
And we're going to get down and dirty, and I mean, it's a clean gym. I'm not saying there's dirt
right. Well, so we really focus on mainly catering more to the athletic side, the people that are, I guess, just they like the little bit more raw style of weightlifting, maybe a little bit old school, you could say. Just not your kind of Globo gym feel that a lot of places will have.
Yep.
So I really think that people like coming in here and getting to do some of the stuff that you can't go to a normal gym and just get on the treadmill or whatever it is that they do.
Yeah.
Coming in here and getting to flip one of these big tires or do some strongman stuff. On top of that, I mean, just anything else, that we have from bodybuilding to cross training to athletic training and so on. Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, you got the kids in the back doing jiu-jitsu right now.
Yeah, so that's awesome too. And but yeah, I mean, just seeing that all come together is really what I think separates us from everybody else.
So this is your third gym, your third building? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
We started in the King's Kids building, which if you're from Owl Park and you probably went there at some point in your life, we took the King's Kids building and we turned it into a smaller gym studio. And so it started there. We were just doing like some private training, personal training. Me and some of my friends, we would just, make up our own workouts there. We didn't have honestly, we had tires. That's what we started with because they were free and places would give us tires. So we just went around collecting all these tires, and then we make up our own workouts. And so, but yeah, so we started there, and that place was great. I still miss that place all the time. From there, we moved into and let me say that in the King's Kids building, where we actually worked out with was roughly about 800 square feet.
Okay.
So not very big.
Okay.
When we moved, we got 2 more like open buildings. They're metal buildings. There was nothing in them. There wasn't even a bathroom. We barely had electricity. We actually have a group of these girls that come and work out in the morning, and they're so hardcore, man, that our first week we didn't even have electricity when we moved there. They would open up the garage door and pull their vehicles in for light. Oh man, yeah.
Get some of that,
right,
dude. That is amazing.
Yeah, so
that is so cool.
No water, no power, anything, and these girls still, they were just that dedicated to it, and they're still here. I mean, so we try to take care of them as best as possible.
That is awesome, man.
But yeah, so that was an experience, and we actually had the 2 different buildings. We had one side was weights, and the other side was like the conditioning, had the turf in it, and it was great. I mean, it was a lot of fun too. And then we, got hooked up with Lakeview Church of God and Daniel, and the pastor here at Lakeview.
Yeah.
And he ran an idea by me, and we really haven't looked back since.
Yeah.
So,
what's a typical day like for Landon? Just walk us through what is, because every time I come in here, you're working, you're cleaning, you're training someone. Which in a minute I want to talk about you training the kids, because I know that's one of your passions. But yeah, what time do you wake up, and walk us through just kind of what it's like?
Yeah, absolutely. So a typical day, and especially here lately, has I wake up around 3:50 a.m., 4 a.m.
I love it. Love it.
Cook some breakfast. I'll even go spend the night over at my parents' house, and my dad is a foodie, so he will cook anytime, any day. You just tell him what you want, and he'll cook. So I'll go over to mom and dad's,
yes.
and let him cook. But so I get up here. There's a few members that beat me up here. I try to get here around anywhere from 4:30 to 4:50 in the morning, and we start first workout at 5 a.m. They're a bunch of killers. I don't know how they do it, because I'm still trying to drink coffee and wake up. But
you do like coffee?
Oh, I love coffee.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So from there, we will run 3 or 4 different group training times, and then after that, I'll normally have my workout, where some of my friends, they'll come up here, and we'll put our workout together and do that. Once we get through with that, that's kind of where it turns into a wild card. You never know what exactly you're going to be doing. It might be working on equipment. There's a gap of a little bit of break that I have during the middle of the day. So anywhere from painting equipment to cleaning up to fixing whatever we need to get fixed, or working on the programs, or getting online and trying to talk to everybody and just show them what we got going on, or ask them what they want to see going on. Lots of that. I'm actually trying to be better at that. And then we get back to the evening times, and we have the kids start coming in.
Yeah.
That's when it starts getting wild.
Yeah. Okay, so talk about it. What is this program called with the kids?
All right, so our kids program is called Lightning Elite Youth Training, LEAT for short. So we've been doing LEAT for, this is probably almost three years now. We've stuck with LEAT. I still have a couple of kids that have stuck with me since day one, and oh man, it's
big time progression.
Scary, yeah. Okay. I mean, they're amazing athletes, and just they're so humble, and to think that they can, they're actually stronger than most adults are is just wild. And they're 10 years old or 12 years old.
So okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate to the parent that's out here and it's like, that's not right for a kid to be lifting weights that young. What do you say?
Well, that is that is something that I'm fortunate enough. I don't hear a lot about it, but I do see it some online, or you might see a bad video here and there. So yeah, I mean, weightlifting for anybody is dangerous if it's done wrong.
Okay, that's good.
So, I mean, we really focus on our form and our technique and being flexible and knowing how to do the movement and graduating to earn the weight. And so, I mean, you can ask a lot of the kids, they'll want to put weight on the bar, and I'll make them prove to me that before they get to add weight to the bar, they have to do it perfectly, you know, X amount of times. So.
Cool, very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, you put me at ease because my son is 7, you know, and well, like in addition to that, you got the jiu-jitsu going on back there. But
right.
So anyway, yeah. So keep going. Talk to her a little.
Yeah. So with our program, we've been we have it structured in, and we break it down in between weightlifting and conditioning. So it's non-sport specific. We don't specialize in just softball or just football. We specialize in getting more flexible, having better balance, being stronger, being able to jump higher and get faster. Those help with any sport that you do. That helps with life in general. So really just showing these kids how to actually, you know, lift weights and use the gym and grow in the gym for when they grow up and get into high school, for one. They know what they're doing, and it's safer for them. They've been in the environment. They know how to act. They know their gym etiquette. So it's really been a good thing, and more than just getting faster and stronger. It's so much more than that.
Talk about confidence when we're feeling physically fit.
Oh, absolutely, man. So I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've been skinny to where I just felt weak, and I didn't like the way that I compared myself to the bigger, stronger guys. I've been on the heavier side to where I didn't want to even have my shirt off around anybody because I was ashamed of how I looked. So dealing with that, especially, you know, the kids, the high schoolers, even the younger kids, for me that was a pretty big deal because, you know, everybody's kind of different on their times that they come up. So being in the weight room and being able to accomplish that weight that maybe you couldn't do a week or 2 or 3 weeks before that, getting to that, going through that progress and you know, reaching those little bitty goals each time, it really does a lot for them. And
let me just interrupt right there. Right there, you hit it about the little goals.
Right.
So it's just that inner you know, for me, 37-year-old dude, I'm inspired by some of these kids I've seen here. You're working them so hard, and I know now that I'm an adult how important those little victories are, and
Absolutely.
And it means a lot. Like just me getting in here and doing my workout, it makes it, well, you know, I got to go get my day job tasks done. But I'm like, no, man, I can do it. If I can make it through that squat, if I can make it through those exercises in the box, you know.
Yeah.
So, man, I feel like I think I was telling you the other day, and I've had this feeling several times in my life, but I'm in the moment right now, by the grace of God, you know, by putting in the work, but that I feel like I can walk through a wall, you
Right.
know. And I know there's plenty of people stronger than me, and I will get stronger, but just that feeling is addictive.
Yeah, it is. It makes things that we thought were hard on our normal day to day not so hard. Mm-hmm. I mean, when you're in here, and I mean, I was watching you the other day. I mean, you're in here working out, and I could just see the sweat pouring off of you, and you're just like, I could see you digging deep.
Yeah.
And you know, once you accomplish that, you go through that. I mean, the rest of your day, the other things that you might face during your day, where maybe before the gym or without the gym, those might have got to you or weighed a little bit heavier on you. They're really not as hard as those squats you were doing, or you know, that pain you were going through for a minute.
So what do you say to this? Oh, I want to, but I don't have time. Landon, I'm going to sit here and complain, but I don't have time.
Right.
You're a special human. I can't do it.
Right. Oh, man, I do hear that. And, I mean, I understand everybody's busy. I guess what I would say to that is you'll make time for the things that are important to you. And I watched, my dad, he's a very busy guy. He runs his own business. He is the county commissioner. So he's pulled from every angle. And I've seen him make the time to come in here. It might be for 30 minutes. It might be for 20 minutes. He might get a lucky break and get to be in here for an hour. But his big deal to me was that if he could do it, then anybody could do it. And I'm big on, if you can tell me about your TV show that you're watching on Netflix, then chances are you got some time to devote to your health. And so, I mean, just investing a couple hours of your week into your health, I mean, it's crazy what that does for us.
Let's talk about one of your biggest failures in life, something that really stung you big time.
Man. That's putting me on the spot here.
It is, dude. But man, I'm big on talking to successful people.
Yeah.
And showing the people at home, showing myself, everybody fails, and what do we do with it at that point?
Gosh, man, that one's.
I mean, you
really
could even
hard.
just talk about as your life as a trainer. I'm sure there's been times when maybe money's gotten low. Maybe you thought about quitting. Maybe you thought about giving up. You know?
Oh, absolutely.
Or maybe even if you don't want to say failure, like a huge hurdle, or somewhere that you had to dig deep to say,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. No, there's definitely been a lot of low times. I think probably 2016 was bad for me. Even 17 wasn't great. I was dealing with injury after injury, not taking care of myself, trying to do more than what I was capable of. On top of that, I guess, man, just things in business started going south, and I was ready to be done with everything in the gym world. I just was ready to quit. Let's sell it. I'm done.
Okay.
I don't want to be involved with a fitness facility anymore. Actually, I haven't told a whole lot of people this. But so I kind of was in a kind of just a gray area. I didn't feel like I was really I didn't feel like I could see light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay. And I relate. I can relate, dude.
Yeah. And, it was hard. I was losing all of my clients, all my members, everything. It was just, everything was going downhill. So kind of out of nowhere. So I get a call, and, it was actually probably a text, but it said, hey, it was from Daniel, and he said, hey, what do you think about doing something with this gym up here? And he said, come see me. And so it's like, man, and like I said, it had been a long time of just bad on top of bad.
Okay.
And so I guess long story short, it was kind of like, okay, God, I get the message. Like, we'll put a gym behind the church.
Yes.
I get it.
Yes.
Okay. So, honestly, man, that's been the biggest blessing to me, because it's made me so much more involved with the church. Just having the support of the church and all the members that have stuck through everything, the hard times. Man, it's just unreal how good everybody around me is. I mean, it's amazing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's clap it up for Landon on that one. Man, that's it. And it guys, it happens to every one of us. Like those moments where we can't see the light and we don't know, and it's just like it says, "Oh, ye of little faith," right? It's like, and then it will work out, and sometimes it doesn't work the way we think it's going to,
Right.
but it's going to work out, and you're going back to the law of attraction. You're putting it out there. You've been a good dude. You're like, and then here comes the lifeline.
Right. Oh,
so
yeah.
Talk about one of your biggest successes, one of your proudest moments.
Man, I think a lot of my happiest, just the reasons why I wake up in the morning is when I see these kids roll in here, and then when they start, I know we were kind of talking about the whole weights thing, but man, some of these kids are so strong. It's ridiculous.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, so some of my happiest moments, just jumping up and down, like high-fiving everybody and climbing up the walls, are just the little goals that have, might seem little to everybody else, but in the background, we've been working on them so hard. And one of the kids will hit one of them and get a lift that they've been working so hard, and failure after failure after failure, miss, not being able to pick the weight up, and then one day they just do it, and it's like this light just comes on, and you can see everything, all the tears that they've cried, all the hard, just storming out of the gym and just really not wanting to come back to the weight room. You see all that was worth it, and you just see it in them. And so for me, that has to be my biggest success story. And I know I keep talking about this, but the people that are around me, man, I mean, it is unreal, the quality of people. I mean, I'm truly
I agree
blessed.
with that, dude. I totally agree with it.
I mean,
you have a caliber of people that when I look at the people that speak so passionately to me about you are people that I'm like very respectful of. So
wow,
you are, man. You have attracted a group of people who have high standards of themselves and others, and you're holding the line for it, dude. You're rowing the ship,
Man.
It's
I appreciate you saying that. It's that means a lot to hear, and yeah. So I mean, that's what it all comes down to for me is, just trying to return the favor and do what I can to help somebody that's interested or struggling or willing to learn, whatever it might be. That to me is why I love doing what I do.
So we got someone at home right now. They're listening. Hey, that's great. You guys are buff. That can never be me. They haven't worked out before, maybe ever,
Right.
or it's been a long time. What's step one? Like, they're sitting on the couch with a donut in their face that's been there for 10 years.
Right.
Like, what do you tell them?
Step one is send me a message and I'll hook
right.
you up with the details.
Okay. And how do they reach you?
So they can look at our Facebook page, Lakeview LifeCenter on Facebook. I'm on there pretty regularly, answering questions or meeting people up here. If they want to come up here, I can meet them up here and show them around. And go look at my Facebook or my Instagram and see what I used to look like. See some of the people that are on there with me and where they're coming from. And I mean, everybody's got to start somewhere.
Who's your hero, or one of your heroes? Biggest inspirations?
Man, that's a good one.
Could be dead or alive, but someone that like has really fired you up over your life.
Yeah. Man, putting me on the spot with this one.
Got to do it.
I will say this. So somebody it's two people I've never actually met.
Okay. All right.
So one of them, I watch all of his videos. I try to, learn as much as I can just from watching them. Is Mark Ripto.
Okay.
He, in my opinion, the guy's just really. He's one of the godfathers of the barbell. He's one of I don't know. He just has that old school mentality and do it right. And I really was attracted to that because for so long I didn't know what I was doing. Okay. And then to kind of come into more of a different style of lifting a little bit, I guess you could say. And they both pertain to lifting, but is Michael Matthews.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever heard of him or not.
Yes.
Man, that guy's sharp. And so I got all of his books. I've read most of them. I watch his podcast. He would be a guy I would really like to meet or work out with. But yeah, I mean, that would be probably two of my top ones.
So what are some of your goals? You talked about the kids and the importance for them to reach their little goals, their small goals that are big to them. You know, what are some goals in your life? Like maybe it's with your physical, with your business, you know, relationship wise, I don't know, whatever.
Right. So I mean, I look at people that have all the money in the world and it seems like they have everything. You look from the outside looking in on whoever it might be. I don't know. To me, it just doesn't. I feel like I have everything that I need, and you know, just.
So is it just like just keep doing the same? You know, more like just keep your head down, keep grinding, keep growing. Is it something like that?
It is. It's nothing crazy. It's just keep getting better. You know, getting better at my skill, and I will say this. One of my goals would be I want to see this group of junior high kids that I'm working with, I've been working with, come in and take over.
All right.
Take over everything. Right. And so, we're getting ready to come into the high school blazing. I mean, it's we're going to set the bar high, and we're already doing it. So
there you go, man.
That means a lot to me.
I'm sure it does, watching these young men mature into –
yeah, and the young ladies, man.
Oh, yeah, young ladies too, right?
Killers.
Yeah, you can't forget them. Yeah.
So that's I'm really excited to see this next group come up.
Man, I've got Landon. That's about all I got as far as questions. So I'm just going to open the floor up to you. Any final thoughts? Anything else you want to say or put out there?
Yeah, man, I'm just so glad that we have this great group. And this great atmosphere that we got going on in our small little town of Owl Park. I really think that we're making big moves and we're really changing a lot of lives. And I just, anybody that would be interested or maybe even would be scared, I would say. I feel like a lot of people are intimidated to not be, and just maybe reach out or just say, hey, what's up? Tell me something about this, or just, I don't know, just come check out what we're actually doing. The people here are so amazing that, I mean, I feel like they're really prejudged, and I think it's a little bit of a bug once you get in here and you get to meeting some of these awesome people, and you feel the vibes going on, and man, it gets addicting, and it's just such a good thing to be addicted to.
Yeah, it is. Man, I appreciate you coming on the show, Landon. Like I said, for me, like in my growth, there have been, like I was saying, like spirituality and like just mental, power and all of this. Like, and I've been examining it, but the area in my life that I am previously had been the first thing I would neglect is my health. Like, hey, I'll just stay up all night, I'll eat cheeseburgers, whatever, and I just won't work out. So I'm just very thankful that I'm at the moment that I am today where my mind is shifted, and I'm glad to be working out with you guys. I still have plenty of time to do my other things.
Yeah.
I'm making it a priority. I enjoy hanging out with you guys.
Likewise.
There's all different, what do you want to say, ranges of people here that are working out. There's people who are just starting. Then there's people like you, that are ripped and just making me jealous. But that's good. We're pushing ourselves.
Right.
So, and I just wanted to share it with you guys that I believe, even though I have neglected it in the past, I think I've always believed it, that physical health is a key component to unlocking the mastery of ourselves. So, you know, it's great that we're pursuing all the other areas. Keep doing that. But let's also carve a little bit of time to just release, even if you're like, just think about releasing this toxic, I mean, it's 2018 on Earth.
Right.
There's toxic everywhere.
Right.
Just stress that just gets all over me. I want to just rip my eyes out. Get in the gym, walk, do your thing. It is therapy. It is therapy. Let that sludge go so we can be a better father, a better husband, a better friend, a better host of Steady Focus.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. And never too late to start.
Right.
Never too old.
Right.
Never too late.
Yes. There it is. If you're concerned, go talk to your doctor, find out where your parameters are.
Absolutely.
And that you know, now that I'm saying that, I think the community was something that was missing in my life. You know, I've been doing a lot of walking or push-ups on my own.
Right.
But that's it, dude. It's the community of just being around other people. So,
like-minded people.
yes. Yeah. Like-minded people, setting goals, caring about other people. There's a lot of love in this place, dude.
Absolutely.
There is a lot of love.
Yeah.
It's good, man. I just have gratitude, and it was like, well, who's next on the show? And I was like, it's got to be Landon. I mean, you know, just keep going with my gut on who's next, what's next, and this is where I'm at with my life. I am working out in the box.
Yeah.
This is a real deal.
Yeah.
And
well, hey, I appreciate you having me on here.
Cool.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again. So, guys.
Hey, congrats on the cover.
Oh yeah,
the cover of the hub.
Isn't that crazy?
That's awesome,
man.
We need a big poster size to hang that up there.
Yeah, big shout out if you guys haven't seen it. Check out the new episode of the Hub. I'm on the cover, and it was
awesome.
And the article was so amazing because David Fowler, the guy who runs that, he interviewed me, and we talked for about an hour, and you could tell like his big takeaway was SimeonHendrix positivity. And that's great because I'm like,
oh, absolutely.
It's great that it's coming off like that, because I've got the demons in me, you know. So I'm just proud that the positivity is what's shining out instead of these monsters.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
When I first met you, that was the first thing that came to my mind was, man, this guy's just like so positive. Sweet. Like I just want to talk to him and be around him and get to know him, and yeah, I mean. That's very true. It's very accurate.
Sweet. Okay.
Very accurate.
All right. Well, guys, if you want to catch up on any of the other episodes of Steady Focused, just go to steadyfocused.com. I don't know. I think this is going to be episode 65, something like that.
Nice.
Like we're saying, we're coming up on year 2. We're about to hit that anniversary. We got some shirts that are about to roll out. We got new hats that are coming too. So anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in, Landon. Landon, thank you for giving us your time.
Thank you.
And we're here at Lakeview LifeCenter, Iowa Park, Texas, right outside of Wichita Falls. And this has been great. So, guys, until next time, I'm your host. I'm your number one, Mr. SimeonHendrix. And this is Steady Focused.